Hello and welcome. Discrete Resolutions Hypnotherapy is happy to bring you today a presentation from Menopause to Marvellous, a journey of self-empowerment and strength. My name is Mari Gilligan and I will be taking you through the presentation today. Please enjoy. Let me ask you a couple of questions. Would you like to survive, thrive and breeze through menopause with the least amount of drama and pain possible? Can you even imagine standing in your lounge room and saying, "You can turn menopause off now, Alexa, I'm done"? Who wouldn't, right? Why don't we see if this is for you? Are you struggling with menopause symptoms day after day with no relief? Then this is for you. Are you constantly being sent for blood tests and getting poked and prodded at doctor's visits every single time? Then this is for you. And are you waking up every day wondering why on earth you should even bother getting out of bed? Then this is for you. Are you in constant pain with one health issue after another and on so much medication you don't even know what every pill's for anymore? Then this is for you. Are you nodding your head right now like I am? Well, if you answered yes to any or all of the questions above, then you're definitely in the right place. So welcome. And thank you for being here today and for not only taking the time and energy to engage with me, but mainly for doing something positive for yourself by gathering information on all your options to make your journey as easy as possible. My intention for you today is for you to enjoy this presentation, to give you a massive amount of value and information, but to also offer you maybe later an opportunity to invest in yourself a little bit further by working with me. And that's if we decide if we're a good fit. So I hope that's okay with you. In the next 30 minutes or so, I'm going to teach you how to get the results you want and fast, how to readjust your mindset for success, and how to remove the toxic influences blocking you from reaching your ultimate goal. As a bonus, I'll even put to bed or at least clear up a bit for you a few myths that are constantly doing the rounds on forums and the Facebook groups on a regular basis. So you can have a look at those. We'll have a look at those together later on. We'll get into the serious stuff soon, but before we do, you're probably wondering who I am and what makes me so qualified to help you with your struggles through menopause. Let's get that out of the way first, shall we? Well, that's me there to your right, plus that's me down in the bottom, your little talking head down there waving. And as you can see, I'm just a normal person. That's a photo of my family, bit of a group shot at my sister's wedding. But I will tell you this. I survived breast cancer. I was diagnosed in 2006. I went on a clinical trial. I went through all the chemo, the radiation. I had a special little thing they call the HER2 virus, which not everyone has. I went through the whole gamut of everything, the needles, the chemo, the everything possible, and surprise after surprise kept hitting me during that. But you know what? I could have gone two ways. I could have gone, well, you know what? I've just heard the word cancer, so that's it. I'm going to lie down and die. It's over. Or the way I went was, you know what? I can fight this. No problems at all. So how I did that was through having a very positive mindset, getting some therapy which dealt with the root of the problem, which was the mind. You actually can heal your body through your mind. But I won't go into everything now. It was a very long journey, the breast cancer one, but it's 2019 now and I'm a survivor, or as they say, a warrior. But when I had the chemo, then that sent me kicking and screaming into menopause, naturally. So then that was a whole new set of health issues. So I've been through that as well. So I fully understand, well, if not everything, in part of what you are going through. So I'm actually here to help you today, and I hope that you will take on board a few of the things I tell you. And let's go from there, shall we? Okay. So you're probably wondering why I'm doing this. Well, I'm looking for women I can help and who are committed to making things better by learning from my experiences. Let's face it, I'm already in your head. I've read many forums and groups about what some people are experiencing, and it makes me really sad and a little bit angry too, because I really feel compelled to do what I can for you. And I'd like you to know what I know, based on what I went through, in the hope it will help you. Plus, seeing story after story about all the different kinds of health issues menopausal women are facing, it's just made me committed to do my bit to make life a little bit easier, one menopausal woman at a time. Here is what I think may be some of the big issues you're facing. You're at a point where you no longer know who you are, how you feel, or what you're supposed to do every day. That's if you even get out of bed. You don't feel like yourself. You can't fix what's wrong. And you're living a life which is totally foreign to you. You don't know what to do or even how you're going to get through this nightmare. But let's talk about the elephant in the room for a moment. I bet you're thinking you've already tried everything your doctor has suggested, and even some fail-safe and well-meaning advice from family and friends, and nothing's worked. So what's the point? Why don't you just give up, right? Wrong. That's the real issue here, isn't it? Why bother at all? Well, this is why you should bother, because you are loved and needed. You may not realise how much right now with everything going on and with your body that you can't control, and this makes it hard to focus on anything else. I get that, I really do. But let me ask you this. Aren't you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Does any of what I've said so far sound familiar? Let's talk about some common mistakes you may be about to make, or maybe you've already made. And you need to remember you're not alone. Don't think for 1 minute that the really weird things happening to you are happening to you and you alone. No way. You've got a lot of friends out there exactly where you are right now. Let's look at the first one then. Mistake number 1, not releasing your fears. Of course you're scared. Why wouldn't you be? You're stuck in this body, which is totally foreign to you. You don't know where to turn. So you're listening to everyone and reading everything, taking pill after pill, trying to make it all better. But all this is doing is making you totally paranoid. You can't do and be everything right now. So you need to look after you first and let go of all this extra baggage. Just release. Mistake number 2, you're putting yourself last. How's your self-esteem these days? Do you think everyone else is worth much more than you? And if you do, why? You were probably raised to put others first, and that's been your whole life, especially since you've had a family of your own. You'll be no good to anyone if you're running around stressed, trying to do everything and not looking after yourself. You need to stay as healthy as possible, especially now. A great author, Dodinsky, said, "Be there for others, but never leave yourself behind." Remember that. Mistake number 3, and the most important one of all, you probably don't have the right mindset. It's not your fault. You've probably never been educated on the benefits. The benefits available to you within your own mind. Choosing the right mindset and going down that track means setting your mind to positivity, and you'll find this goes a long way to how your life pans out. Be positive, not passive. What I mean by that is, give yourself reasons why you can, not why you can't, and then give yourself permission to just go for it. So how do you fix these mistakes if you've already made them? Get rid of those niggling fears, and right now. Start feeling happy and having fun again. Make sure you finally have a sense of self-worth and have a major mindset adjustment so you are having only positive thoughts every single day. So, for instance, you'll be saying something like, "I want to," not "I don't want to." Can you see the difference in that? You need to think about where you are now and where you really want to be. A solid plan needs to be devised to get you into shape by delving deeper into your subconscious mind and putting some reprogramming in place so you can get back to what you would probably call your previous normal life. How would that make you feel? Remember how things used to be before this evil being called menopause took over your life? Imagine no pain, no moods, no insomnia, no hot flashes, and the list goes on and on. It can all be fixed. And you know how? By getting to the root of the problem. If you're still with me, you may be thinking, what's all this mindset crap for a start? I don't believe in any of this. It's ridiculous. Nothing's going to work for me anyway. I've tried everything. I don't know this Mari Gilligan, and I'm definitely not going to yet again let someone else tell me what I should be doing. Is that pretty close? I'm thinking it probably is, and they're all very valid and understandable points. I get that. Well, let me ask you this. Do you know the definition of insanity? That's right. It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So if you think that none of what I've spoken about so far relates to you, you don't think you even need or want any help, or you're a glass half empty kind of gal, then it's probably best if we part ways here, and I wish you all the best for the future. For those of you who want help but are not sure what to do or what you need as opposed to what you think you actually want, then let's push on. It's your choice. Would you like to be swimming in rough waters for the rest of your life, or bathing in the glow of a happy, healthy and fulfilled life? I know where I'd rather be. It's really a no-brainer, isn't it? It all depends on you and only you. It's your decision. Are you going to put up with what you're going through now for however long it takes? And do you know how long that'll be? Does your doctor? Does anyone? Or start today to imagine how your life can change with the right help and guidance and an open mind. And the best part is, no matter where you are in the world, because when you choose e-hypnotherapy, you can have access to the best therapists while you're right in your own home. You can be at the beach, wherever you like. So how awesome is that? I think it's fantastic. Are you ready to hear the secrets now? I'm sure you are. Secret number 1, how to get the results you want and fast. Yes, it can be done. If you're sick of the plethora of medicine bottles taking up room in your cabinets, sick of medication altogether, and living a generally unhealthy and medicated life, then let's look at that first up. So, where are you at right now? How many doctors have you gone to and had no results? How much have you looked at YouTube videos, countless menopause websites, and you still feel like your wheels are spinning out of control and you're getting more and more frustrated because nothing's getting better? Have you even really taken time out and thought about what positive things you can do to stop this cycle of pain, confusion and heartache? And you've gotten to the point where you may be thinking, I've done everything I possibly can to help myself. I'm miserable, I'm fat, I'm depressed, I'm tired, everyone hates me, blah, blah, blah. I heard it all before. How do you expect to get results if you have these negative thoughts permanently ingrained in your head? Simple. You won't. So if you want results fast, you know, you've heard about that whole Kate Fisher, Zipporah, Malka thingy. She used hypnotherapy in part to make her big comeback 50 kilograms lighter. Of course, there was a lot more involved. Of course, she went into some kind of resort and diet and everything like that. But in part, she has spoken about opening her mind to hypnotherapy and actually getting to the root of the problem rather than trying to solve what happens when it's too late. E-hypnotherapy might just be the thing you need, but you haven't even considered it, or possibly you haven't even heard about it, because it is fairly new. So all the benefits of a total mind reset with all the comforts of home. It sounds pretty enticing, doesn't it? No getting dressed to go to someone's office, no having to struggle through all the traffic, and no waiting for medication to take effect. Secret number 2, how to readjust your mindset for success. Heal your mind, heal your body. As I said, go to the source of the problem. You may or may not be in tune with this concept. However, if you are in pain and suffering every day, then it can't hurt to consider something else, can it? So here are my thoughts. You're here, so I'm guessing you are currently operating on a very low vibration, which means you're not using your mind and body to operate at the best you possible. I would also have to assume you're letting negative thoughts permeate your mind constantly. Either your thoughts or someone else's thoughts are in your head. That's not good. Everything you say and do and everything in your life comes back to your mindset. You may not be aware of this, but you do have the power to reel your mind, which will then dictate your life. So what you need to do is firstly, get on the right path with a plan to address what is going on in that mind of yours. Secondly, get the right person to help you to do this. And lastly, be 110% committed to following a program, have an open mind as to what is needed to get you where you want to be in the shortest amount of time possible. Secret number 3, how to remove the toxic influences blocking you from reaching your ultimate goal. We've all experienced those people who want to put us down at every opportunity. So sometimes we tend to stay stagnant with no progress in our life because that's what suits them. You're probably nodding your head again, aren't you? Does this sound right? You've got someone constantly in your head about everything you do and how you can never do anything right. You have a friend who is constantly telling you why you shouldn't do something and not giving you the support you need, especially now. You feel like it never ends. Things just keep coming at you from everywhere possible, and they're never good things. Then how will you fix this? For a start, you need to stand up for yourself. Not once, all the time. Most importantly, you don't need other people putting negative thoughts into your head and adding to the ones that are probably already there. I'll have a stab in the dark here and say that you don't feel you have the strength in yourself right now to do anything at all, except grin and bear it. But it doesn't have to be like that, because when you access the right help, it can all be fixed, and quickly. And just remember, if you don't want to do something, tell people. And if they're offended, well, so be it. They need to get used to the new you, the more confident you. Maybe even a new wife, mother and friend, and most likely better than ever. When you identify the person or people making things difficult for you, it's hard. But you have to give them a wide berth until they understand that you're not going to cop any negativity anymore. You need to learn to say no. And it doesn't matter if it's to yourself, your family, your friends, or a stranger. Just learn this skill. So how did I do? Did I deliver? Have you learned something today? I hope so. Are you a bit more informed on some of the changes you may need to make to get some improvement in your life? If so, then that's great. My job here is done. So as promised, let's clear up a couple of myths for you doing the rounds. Myth number 1, your period will just suddenly stop one day. The truth is, this happens to a few ladies, but it's far from the norm. Your cycles will like splutter before they stop, so on, off, on, off. Myth number 2, menopause will make you pack on the kilos. The truth is, your hormones are in flux, and yes, your metabolism is slowing down. However, weight gain is not inevitable. It's just harder to prevent. You have to work both on portion control with your food, potentially limiting carbs, and increasing the amount of exercise and intensity. Well, so the experts say. There's a website there for you to have a look at. There's a couple more myths for you. Number 3, menopause will kill your sex drive. The truth is, some women will see a dip in libido, but in other cases, it's not desire that's the issue. As your estrogen levels drop, you may experience vaginal dryness that makes having sex uncomfortable. Myth number 4, menopause causes depression. The truth is, by nature, women are twice as likely to experience depression than men. The American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists has found, however, that it's not menopause itself that causes depression, but the hormonal changes that occur throughout that time. So as I said, just go and have a look at that website. That might fill you in a bit more. Now you're thinking, as everyone does constantly, what's in it for me? Well, I've got an hypnotherapy 6-step program which covers the following. Releasing your fears. Engaging in your family again. Living life like there's no tomorrow. Injecting more fun and laughter into your day. Exciting yourself with new possibilities. And feeling like a new woman. And what does that get you? Yes, relief from menopause. That's the end result. That is what we'll be striving for in this program. So how do you do this, and why is it important? Well, because releasing your fears is a necessary step you should take if you're hoping to live a great life and have a long and happy future with your family and friends. Holding on to things is not good for your mind or your body. Engaging in your family again is paramount. If you've been neglecting them because of all these health issues through menopause, then try to step back and realise they're probably missing the person they know. So it's vital to make an effort. Yes, I know it's hard. It is hard, especially feeling the way you are. But you need to make an effort to re-engage with them and be conscious to spend more quality time with them and doing the fun things you know they like. Living life like there's no tomorrow. Why not? It stops you getting caught up in the little things and it prevents a lot of stress. So take a chance. Show your husband and kids that you're just as much fun as you were 20 years ago. Get out there and live. Take it all in and enjoy your life. And what about injecting more fun and laughter into your day? Maybe by spending some time relaxing with your closest friends over coffee or lunch, reliving old times and the stupid things you did. Have a wine. Dance around the house, sing your heart out. Listen to some comedy. Do you get the picture, what I'm trying to tell you? And how about exciting yourself with some new possibilities? Trying something you've always wanted to do. It may be something like taking salsa dance lessons, learning the piano or the guitar, but open your mind to new things and try to visualize where you want your future to look like and embed this into your subconscious. And lastly, feel like a new woman. Go and get your hair styled or cut or both. Visit a day spa and have a massage. Buy a new trendy dress, maybe some shoes, have a facial. But put aside some me time and be pampered. You deserve it. So what does this beast cost you already, financially and personally? In doctor's visits, blood tests, numerous other tests, and the myriad of medication that goes with it all. And what does this cost you in your relationship with your husband? How about the kids? Are they walking on eggshells around you? It's not your fault, and it can be fixed. Just stick around to find out how. So as I said earlier, I'd like to now offer you an opportunity if you're up for it. I'd like to introduce you to my new online program available to all perimenopausal, menopausal and postmenopausal women called HWA's 6-step hypnotherapy system to instant menopause relief. So, bottom line, is menopause ruining your life? Well, if you're still with me to this point, I think we may have established that yes, menopause is ruining your life, and you're desperate to do something about it and do it now. I can help you get the relief. Remember, as we mentioned before, the relief you're looking for. So let me explain the opportunity I spoke to you about earlier. So what you get is a 6-session program for 60 minutes each week, once a week for 6 weeks, addressing the following: releasing yourself from all fears, engaging in your family again, living your life like there's no tomorrow, injecting more fun and laughter into your days, exciting yourself with new possibilities, feeling like a new woman again. And the following 3 bonuses you will also get when you book this 6-session program. So let me go through them. They're quite exciting. Bonus number 1, a free ebook, Weight Loss 101, 67 pages, fully packed with tips and tricks on losing weight and keeping it off. Bonus number 2, 1 month's free subscription to my membership website, Healthy Women's Alliance, where at the moment there is over 150 articles, ebooks, videos, and much, much more covering women's health and wellness issues. And 3, the last bonus, this is a big one, free online managing menopause program. So in that you'll get 11 articles, 6 ebooks and reports, 5 videos, some humorous cartoons, a checklist on what you should be asking your doctor, a menopause symptom checklist, and 10 yoga poses which may help with some pain. So you may be thinking, well, you know, like this is a fair bit to take in, and you don't really know me, and I'm sure there's a lot of other things rolling around in your mind. So I suggest you do your research, figure out if you're able to find this type of service, benefits and bonuses elsewhere, you know, like that are available in my program, and then make your decision. It's easy. Now, if all this did was highlight to you that you need to make some changes, save you time and money, and make you more informed about your options to get the results you want, has it been worth it, do you think? To finish up, the way I see it is this. You can just leave this presentation if you're still here and forget everything you've been told and all the advice I've given you. Take the information away and try to go it alone, which many women will do. And it will take them hours and hours, days and months. And I can probably guarantee you would have neither the time, the health or the patience to do so. Or you can click on the button you see now to your right, Yes, I'd like help, where you will be directed to an area where you can select a date and time for me to give you a call, Australia only for phone call, and outside Australia I would do Zoom. And there is also a short form for you to complete, just so I know a little bit about where you're up to before we chat. So, how does that sound? All right? So if so, just click on that button and I'll give you a call on the date and time that you have specified. So don't wait. If you're in pain or you're struggling, why not have a think about hypnotherapy, e-hypnotherapy? Go to the source. Book a call now. Again, just click on the button you see to your right to schedule a date and time for me to call you, answer a few short questions on the form, the one you'll be directed to, and I'll get that and then we'll chat soon. But thank you so much once again for taking the time out of your day to spend with me. Bye for now, and if I don't hear from you, all the very best for the future.